Good morning. Today is day 13 of my energy drink withdrawal program. It's Wednesday, May 8th. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. And everything's going okay. This morning, actually, I didn't even feel that compelled to drink one of these. Although now that it's in front of me, I'm enjoying it. I got a few statistics yesterday on the internet that will be helpful in determining the size of the coffee market. This is according to Huffington Post in November of 2011. And they say that 400 million cups of coffee are consumed every day in the United States. And coffee represents 75% of our intake of caffeine in the United States. We spend on average $1.38 a cup. Average cup size is 9 ounces, and 65% of our coffee is drunk during breakfast time. So once you have those statistics, you can sort of back into how big the market is. For example, if 400 million cups of coffee are drunk every day, well, first of all, 65% of 400 million. So 260 million, like when I'm drinking this right now, this morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. Feeling that caffeine going through. 260 million cups of coffee are being drunk just during this breakfast period right now in the United States. So our country is just like being injected with a caffeine shot all over the country to get this feeling that I'm getting right now. And there are only like 350 million people in the United States. And about half of that are adults. So the country is awash in caffeine, right, as I'm doing this. And let's just do 260 times $1.38. So $358 million are being blown on coffee right now. Today, right now. So if I can get people off coffee just for one day, I've just like saved the country $350 million. That's one way of looking at it. So we can see how big the industry is. 400 million times 138. Enter 365 times. So it's about a $200 billion market, the coffee market, which is a big number. Okay, so those are just some statistics. That's from a Huffington Post. I don't know how reliable it is, but I'll use that as a base for the size of the market. It's a 200 billion. Coffee is 200 billion, and then if that's 75% of the whole caffeine market, so the caffeine market is about a $300 billion a year market. It's a huge number. Okay, I'm starting to read this book, Starbucked. I'm only about halfway through, so I'll just read some things about it. Starbucks, by the way, this is about a $13 billion. They made $13 billion last year. So this is about, and energy drinks, I said yesterday, was about 12.5 billion. So in terms of caffeine delivery system, this is about on the par of the entire energy drink market. So these are two monster players in the space, I guess you would say. Starbucks now opens more than 2,000 coffee houses per year, an average of 6 new stores a day. The company plans to surpass 40,000 stores, which would make it the biggest chain on the planet. Right now it's the second biggest chain on the planet, I believe, after McDonald's. America now drinks so much coffee that scientists have detected caffeine in many of the nation's rivers, lakes, and bays, and even in treated drinking water. So the caffeine is recycling back into our streams and ponds. Okay, let me just relax for a minute here. So I don't want to say too much about Starbucks because I'm only halfway through the book and I don't know the full story that much. So I want to get a more of a broad look at it before I say too much about it. Other than, you know, I know about Starbucks and I've been to Starbucks many times. And it's not so much a concern in this who owns the industry. I mean, I guess the issue is somebody was going to take over the industry and Starbucks happened to do it. But like, are people in America drinking more coffee and stronger coffee? I guess would be the issue. Is more caffeine being consumed? And probably the answer is yes in the case of Starbucks. Because their individual drinks are pretty strong. In fact, 5 Hour Energy, which is one of the energy shop makers, is doing an ad right now that is sort of bragging about how little caffeine there are in each of those. And there's like 200 milligrams in each 5 Hour Energy shot. And it's comparing to the Starbucks ones. I wrote it down somewhere. But the medium size was like 300 milligrams and the big size of the Starbucks drink was 400 some milligrams. So those are incredible amounts of caffeine. I wrote that somewhere. Wait a minute, it might be here. Yeah, the medium was 330 milligrams that's a 16 ounce grande, and the 20 ounce venti was 415 milligrams. So it's the rise of sort of the coffee house culture in the last 20 years, which has really changed the landscape of America. I think in 1989, there were 585 coffee houses. And then when this book was written in 2007, there were 24,000 coffee houses. So it changed the way people hang out and drink coffee and the kind of coffee that they drink. So I got a bunch of statistics yesterday and I'm trying to get it all organized in my head. Drink some more of this. I also sprained my ankle yesterday, so it may mess up my rhythm here because it's a little bit painful. And I may not be able to exercise. So anyway, I'm all over the place today. But I got some good information. I mean, if that's correct, 400 million cups of coffee a day, and you know the price per cup, and when we're drinking it, that's all valuable information. All right, I think I'm just going to stop right now. I'm going to try to finish this book today, and then maybe tomorrow I'll give a outline of this Starbucks story, which is a really important story. I mean, this is sort of a business book, how they did it, which is interesting. But I'll have more to say about it tomorrow. Okay, thanks for watching.